ever been funkier. I like it.
I don't know what happened.
It was good. I liked it. A little new bass sound to it.
Yeah, but something it just malfunctioned, which is.
And you're about to be an 18-piece orchestra, man. You're just like, you keep adding instruments. Like, I got a violin, I play with my ear. I got a French horn, I play on my balls. I'm just.
I got the cymbals between my legs,
Yeah, there you go. I like it. Oh, there's the sound of the Anthony Street. I love
it. What show would be complete?
You can always count on that. Good to see you, buddy. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I heard you got a new dog. That's exciting.
Yeah, we're fostering this dog. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if it's our dog now.
Oh, okay. Well, be a good foster parent. They'll be like the ones in the,
Oh, no. It's just like a person who it's just a person who's not sure if they could keep the dog or not. Okay. So maybe we'll keep the dog if they don't want the dog back. But if they want the dog back, we're gonna give it back.
Very exciting. What kind of dog?
It's has some kind of terrier, I think. Some poodle
smaller
terrier.
Smaller or bigger than Merle?
Yeah, it's smaller than Merle. It's like he's probably like a 15-pound little guy. His name's Vinny.
Oh wow. Okay. Jennings? Merle and Jennings?
Yeah.
That works. Just took the last name of one country singer and put the first name of the other. I like it.
Yeah, that's what we
Jennings.
do.
I would call it Jennings, even though I know you said Jenny or something. I would say Jennings, just to make it Merle and Jennings. I think that's.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't like the name. Well, his name's Vinny, but we don't really like it. But what are we? He's like 10 years old. We can't change his name.
Vinny, Vinny's like a guy that bullied you in high school.
I'm Vinny over here. I'm a dog. Stuff like that.
Aren't you Italian?
Yeah, mostly. But I don't like it. I don't have to. Some people are proud of what they are. I'm Italian, but I'm ashamed.
You should never be ashamed. You should just be the new hybrid, the new generation of Italian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You make it better. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's what Austin did to Texas. They were like, let's just,
just Texan, be weird,
but let's make it different. Let's make it better than what it was. Of course, now that's a shit show there, but it started out as a good idea.
Yeah, it was good for a while. So all the Joe Rogan guys messed it up.
Hey, easy. I don't need Joe coming after me. He knows friends I know. I don't need him. But,
oh, yeah. Oh, we love
a
headlock.
Yeah, I don't need that. Get beat up. Well, actually, we could use it. This show could use that kind of press. So.
They'll make us do DMT or something.
Yeah, I was in Kentucky, and that's an interesting place because I feel like you think Kentucky's a little backwards, and it is. But it was our first day. I ate something fried. I went to a distillery and almost got in a fist fight in the crosswalk. Like it was such a Kentucky experience the first 20 hours. So it was great. But yeah, it was cool though. I had a cool week. I went to was in a couple different places, Wyoming, went up through Montana, and I was in Portland for a day. They have really good record stores in Portland. I was just like,
oh, nice.
I mean,
yeah.
It was one of the few things Antifa didn't burn down. Am I right? I'm not even lying. Everything was boarded up. And then I got mad that this is how Republican I'm becoming. I got mad I had to wear a mask in the record store. I was like, we're still doing this? And they're like, yeah, dude. And I was just like, all right. Then I got reluctantly put it on. Yeah. It's like, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that now, but anyway.
You're not into it anymore? You're over the mask?
Yeah. I'm over it, I don't really, I feel like, I'm totally on board with all the vaccines. I'm on board with protection, but I think at this point it's like, I think it's too much rhetoric. I think they're just trying to like just sell us more shit. I don't know. I'm done with it. Yeah, I don't even wash my hands anymore, Anthony. I'm done. I don't. I just wipe them on a liberal's back, and then I just like keep walking. I'm done with it.
Liberal backs are the cleanest backs.
Not really. I don't know. You got that natural deodorant and stuff.
The Toms. I'm wearing Toms right now.
You got that. It's very slippery. The little hippie packs. How's Tom's working out? Sometimes I'm not sure if that shit works. I'd rather have aluminum in my pits.
Oh yeah. This one's pretty good. It lasts. Yeah. It lasts. Pretty long. Okay. It helps if you could reapply maybe halfway through the day.
Yeah, you can't skip a day. I mean, like Mitchum is like, like, this stuff's killing you, but you can skip a day.
You could skip it. Yeah, you could skip it. You can't skip a day with Tom's.
Nice.
But right. It's pretty good. They're an official sponsor.
They are. We need sponsors. We got to figure out a sponsor. We can't even get a record store to sponsor us. Like we got to figure it out. Speaking of that, our next guy, he'll know all the answers to that. Bringing up our next co-host, very funny guy, very, very informative guy. I think, probably the most thing. He's funny, but he doesn't try to be funny. Like we try too hard. He has a natural.
Yeah, he's natural.
Adam Holtz, everybody. Hotel room. Yep. Hotel room, doing lines, got hookers. What else is going on? This is great.
Bananas.
And bananas. Wow, that's a party.
Yeah.
Where are you? Salt Lake or something?
Yeah, I'm in Salt Lake. I've been here the past been here the past couple of weeks, and I have no idea when I'm leaving.
Yeah, are you at a Marriott?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everything's a Marriott now.
Yeah, this apartment's a Marriott.
Yep.
They own it, yeah. Yeah, it's right in the drawer. Book of Mormon. I think that's so crazy. People can push religion on you in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Like you think one of the safe places in your life is, this could be a bit, Anthony, write it down. It's like it's like that's the place where you do the drugs, where you have the hookers, and it's like you're gonna push religion on me when I'm just trying to find a pen. Huh?
Yeah.
I'll tweak it out by tomorrow for sets with Dustin Chafin.
Right. If you need that, I got it. I wrote it down.
Cool.
Guns.
Just text it to me.
Guns.
Got it.
Hookers.
Perfect. Hookers. Drugs and hookers. Yeah, I think it'll work. I like it.
Oh, I wrote guns. Did you say guns?
Okay,
add that to the bit.
Now you ruined the bit. But anyway. Sometimes you can overtag a joke. He loves to overtag a joke.
Let's do it a little visual aid, little prop humor we don't usually have on the show.
I think he's a little high today, but we like it. It means he's in a good mood. The high is good for Anthony. He's not cranky like me. All right. What were we talking about? So you're in Utah. You texted about a record store. Did you make it to any or no?
No, I haven't yet. I think that's this weekend.
Man. This weekend. Okay.
There. Yep.
So you're there a long time. Wow, you be careful.
Yeah, at least a month. I'll be here for at least another 2 weeks, and who knows after that.
Wow, you would be careful, man. You'll end up with a name tag like me and end up South America speaking Spanish.
I've already been asked to go to church.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
all right. That's how it happens. And,
pretty aggressive.
Yep. It was a blonde Mormon girl. Next thing you know.
Yep.
Hola. Yo soy Mormon. Yeah, it was good times though. So nobody's done any record shopping or anything? Anybody think fun?
I got this.
What'd you get?
I got
Anthony.
This is a Kate Bush.
Bush.
It's got
Let me see
5 songs on it. It's got 5 songs on it.
I didn't think she was that attractive. She looked good.
Yeah.
And I never really saw her face.
Oh yeah.
I just heard her music.
That's her face.
Oh, the face not so much. Just put the up. So what's that album called? Sorry.
So this is mini LP. I guess it's just a self-titled. It's got 5 songs on it. One of them is that song Babushka. That's probably my. Isn't it? Can you see it? That's probably my favorite of her songs. But this was. I was looking this up. I think this was like a Canadian release that came out to kind of help promote. I don't know what single or something, but they like kind of just put this out to sort of introduce her in Canada.
Very cool.
So it's just a 5-song thing. But everybody's been talking about Kate Bush the last few months. So
it's amazing what a TV show will do to people's music. Yeah. Is she still alive, right? Or is she done?
Yeah, she's alive. I think she still does stuff once in a while.
Yeah.
Music and things.
Yeah, because I remember when Sinead O'Connor came out, everybody was just like, she's kind of like a Kate Bush type and everything.
Oh.
And then I think Kate Bush got a little more popular because of that. But yeah, there's a new documentary on Sinead O'Connor. I think it's on Showtime. But
Showtime.
Check that out. Yeah. But I'm going to check that out. I was in Portland. I figure when in Rome, you get an ounce of change.
Oh, okay. Dirt?
So, dirt. This is dirt. I'm trying to catch up with a lot of my grunge stuff. I feel like this is kind of one of those, important albums. It was released in '92. Were you 6 years old?
I was 7.
Nice. Wow. Adam was at this concert. But
he got drunk with Lane Staley.
Right.
It's a good songs on this. Wood, Them Bones, Angry Chair, Rooster, obviously the big one.
Rooster.
This is it's cool. I just started listening to it, and then I'm into it. I'm gonna do some heroin and finish it out. But seems pretty cool. And actually one of the songs today is off of this album that I picked for our song choices. But the new Cult album came out, and so I thought I would support my broody goth rock band. And a band's getting older when they don't put their face anywhere on the album. So,
not even a silhouette of their face.
Nothing. They're like, we're getting old. We're trying to get the kids. Don't put your face on there. And I think that's what worked in the 70s, man.
Yeah.
Nobody had their face on their albums.
You don't need to see a face.
Nobody could tell you what Molly Hatchet looked like. Nobody could tell you what Boston looked like. Nobody could tell you what any of these bands. There was tons of them. It was all Pink Floyd even.
Yeah.
It was like, you didn't know what these people look like.
To this day, nobody knows what Steely Dan looks like.
No. Probably a good thing. That's probably a good thing.
I could pass all those guys on the street. I would have no idea. Steely Dan.
Yeah, but I think that's the ultimate kind of fame. Because if you're hungry for the attention, you're going about it the wrong way. Like, that's a badass thing where you can that's why we talked about it, Adam, stuff before, like when we covered was the guys with the helmets that Jeff hates. Yeah, Punk. Yeah, those guys would be genius. They made all that money. They
with the helmets?
All that art. And Daft Punk.
Oh, Daft Punk. Oh, yeah. I didn't hear that. Yeah.
And they could go to any Applebee's in America. They could.
Nobody knows.
They could walk in any airport, bar. Nobody's bothering. Because they can have a full conversation with their friend. I mean, I have famous friends, and I can't have conversations with them. People coming up with can I take a selfie? And I'm going, dude, we're talking about our parents dying. You know what I mean? Like, give us a second. Coming up, taking pictures. And shit. Like, it's a lot. So I think that's the ultimate. If you can figure out a way to make money, create art, and not be bothered while you're talking to your friends about your parents' illnesses. I think that's really the goal. But anyway, it's a pretty good album. I'm off today, man. There's no Jeff. I don't have a balance.
I like it.
You two riff-raff. Yeah, you two are better for me.
It's loose.
So this is Sun. Yeah, I guess.
It's great artwork. I really like
it's cool.
art.
Yeah, they're, and granted, I know I'm going to have a little, I know how you feel about the Cult. You're not as excited about them as me, but it's like my Foo Fighters,
Yeah.
It's like when I was coming up and finding a band that nobody else was into as much as me, and I saw them open up for other bands, and and watch their success, and and I felt like this is what the Cult is to me. They're like a band that was kind of my first kind of, I liked them before a lot of people liked them. And then what's interesting of the Cult is this album turned 37 years old yesterday.
Wow.
So this is Cult Love. This is, She Sells Sanctuary and Rain and, all the good songs on here. But yeah, this is kind of where this is when they started getting their rhythm. This album. They had 2 albums before, Southern Death Cult and all that. But this is the album that kind of, put them on the map. She's So Sanctuary is such a great song. That's in everything. It's in every fourth movie that song's on. It's like, but yeah, so I'm happy to have a new album out. I feel like it's it's cool when the band you like that, and it's weird because they kind of sound. It's so hard for a band that like creates a sound in a certain era to kind of like get out of it. It's tough. I mean, because it's like, we were in the car and Def Leppard's new song came on, and you're just like, you're like, all right, dude, you guys are still singing about chicks, like, really?
You're 70 years old. Where are these women?
Pour some sugar on me? How about pour some Geritol on me? How about that?
All right, I'm writing it down. Hold on.
It's a workshop. That is pretty funny. Write that down. I'm going to use it tomorrow.
Geritol. The Pixies are like that,
Yeah. What are they singing about?
Well, they just put out a new album, and I love the Pixies, but I don't care. I didn't pick the Pixies for today. Because it's just, it's like it feels like it's past its prime,
Did you listen to it?
I listen to some. It's fine. It's fine.
You're such an ageist. What are you going to do when you're older? Like,
I'm old.
You have to start to embrace it.
I'm too old.
You're not 40 yet. When you're 40, you headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just get so angry at bands that age out. It's like, dude, it's not their fault. Trust me, they'd all be 22 if they could.
Well, it's like they
learn to get over that.
They just were so influential and cutting edge and all that. And then they're fine now. You can still listen to it.
When the Pixies came out, you were like 6 too.
Yeah,
you were barely a kid, so they weren't even. They were old by the time you were like 28 or 29.
Yeah.
It's like, but the time you were music age, which is probably, I think, I don't know, 22 to 28 or whatever. You're really into music, I'm just saying shit. I don't know if that's real, but it seems like it, right?
That's about when I was making a living as a musician.
Oh, here we go.
I'd say making a living. I was, getting by in my 20s.
I like it. I'm into it.
Yeah. So I guess that's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I didn't need to be right. I was just trying to do a line and move on. But anyway.
No, let's really break it down. Let's explore this.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was later because I told I've told this story over and over, but I was like, I was a missionary and I came back and then I just only listened to the instrumental stuff. And so I was just like, I got rid of all my music and it was like, anything that was, punk or whatever, I got rid of all of them. And then I slowly got back into music. That's why I like this show so much and doing this because I feel like I'm rediscovering stuff that I kind of got rid of in my childhood and my, post teenage years or whatever, my Mormon phase, my cult. Speaking of the cult,
that's why you connect with them so much. All right, I'm writing that down too.
We bring it all back. I don't know if that'll work, but that's just for this show. Let's save some things for the vinyl. So you know what? I'll just go with. So today, what we did was, we picked a couple of songs to, just kind of spice it up a little bit. Because sometimes it's a lot of work to do a whole album, Yep. You're just like, you listen to the thing. It's like, and then you don't want to be a dick. I know Anthony does, but you don't want to skip over songs. Like you want.
Hey, Jeff is the one who sometimes doesn't even listen to the album.
Or the right
or
album.
He listens to the wrong one.
I know. Yeah, I know. I skip some of you guys' songs too. But anyway, but yeah. So this new Cole album was fun for me just because I feel like it's it's nostalgia. That's really what this band is for me. And the song I picked wasn't necessarily my favorite song on the album. It was just kind of like I just kind of picked a single. And I wasn't crazy about the single, but I did like what they're doing. "Cut Inside" was the song, and I feel like it, it had classic, kind of cult sound to it. And I love his voice. He still sounds great. Some guys, like Axl doesn't sound like he did when he was 20. This guy does. This guy still sounds like Ian Astbury. Like he still has that kind of goth, kind of haunting, kind of Morrison growl. So. I love listening to him and, he can sing anything to me, but this song is, it's cool. I liked it. Thought it was, I feel once again, it's like when a band is older, they lose a little bit of that, bravado and that edge and that, who they but you're not goth and sad anymore. You're millionaires. So, so it's kind of, takes it a little bit away from me a little bit, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a, decent song, and the whole album kind of sounds the same. It all has these broody kind of guitar licks and stuff, but I still enjoyed it, and I like this particular single just because this, they have a single. To me, it's more about that. It's kind of like Tom Brady. It's like, hey, he's got a season, he's still playing football, but they're, but I put them against any band live. They are a phenomenal live band, and the crowd goes bananas. And so they're definitely a band to see live. I would drag your ass over, Anthony, so you could see them. But they're going to be in California. I think they're Santa Barbara at the end of the month. I might try to get tickets. That's the only time I'm in town. But they're playing everywhere. Right. But they're at the Greek, and they're a fantastic band live. And the Pixies producer, a picture of the Pixies, produced this entire album. Who did Doolittle and all that.
Oh,
so that's pretty cool. Yeah, the Pixies producer, what's his name? He's on there somewhere. But
who is it? It's not. It's not Steve Albini.
Tom Dalty, I think. Dalty.
Okay.
Dalty. Yeah, that's his name. Dalgety. Dalty.
Oh.
But he produced a couple of the Pixies albums and stuff, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyway, so Adam, how do you feel about this new Cult single?
I thought it was fine. It was broody, which I like. But I really don't know much about the Cult other than the songs that you talked about before, like She Sells Sanctuary and Rain, and some of the there was another song that I really like, and I can't remember what.
Firewoman,
that was it. Yeah. So and I missed out on the album that we covered. I think I missed out on the episode where we covered one of the albums. So
Electric, I think. Yeah, the Rick Rubin one. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. So yeah, they're a band I got to kind of get into. Got to check out some of their catalog.
Yeah, a best of Cult is, you're not going to go wrong with that. Yeah. I have a double vinyl of best of, and it's great. It has all their great stuff. And yeah, it's just, once again, it's just a sound that you're into or you're not. But yeah, I think it's definitely cool. Yeah. So Anthony, I'm dreading your answer, but go ahead.
I thought it was fine.
Fine. Stop with the fine, dude. You guys are rock and roll dudes, man.
It was.
They're not fine, dude. Huey Lewis and the News. This is a cool ass band, dude.
You're right.
Cool ass band.
Listen, some of that Huey and the Huey Lewis stuff is pretty good.
Here we
pretty
go.
Catchy.
Here we go. Catchy. Is catchy always good? Come on.
Well, no, not always.
Gangnam Style was catchy.
What I liked about this is that, to me, the song it didn't sound like these guys were old doing this.
Nice.
If you told me that it came out in 1988, I would have believed you.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of cool that they still have their sound, and I mean, to a casual listener anyway, it didn't sound like they lost. It's like not like when you hear a new Weezer song or something, and you're like, oh, what happened to these guys? They're still doing what the Cult does.
I loved that album that you hated by Weezer.
Which one?
The rock album.
The Hell Weezer Halen or
Van Weezer. Yeah,
Van Weezer.
Weezer Halo is a great song.
Yeah. It was okay.
I know. It's not Pinkerton, but it's still fun.
No, it's not Pinkerton. I liked the Human. Okay, Human. I thought that one was pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are you gonna do? Anthony's an ageist. He's not like your band getting old. Very cool. All right. So why don't you go first, Anthony? What was your song you picked? What was one of yours? We'll just go around.
We're doing one and one.
Around. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I picked. Make sure I got the name right. I picked the band's called the Suffragettes, and the song's called Banshee Bop. It's kind of like they're a surf kind of surf band, and this is a sort of sounds like a Halloween kind of vibe. It has like some theremin and stuff. So it's a band that I've listened to a couple things here and there. So I've been getting a little more into surf music. But this was just a new single that was recommended to me through Apple. So I checked it out, and it's pretty cool. It's a little little surf number with some Halloween kind of vibes. So I figure this is a good episode to, I might not listen to this as a whole album. But
yeah, no, it's good. I love surf rock. I mean, the Cramps called; they want the whole sound back. But no, it's interesting with surf rock because it's like it's hard for it not to sound like Dick Dale and everything else. You know, it's really adventures. Whatever. Like it's hard. I just feel like it's such a specific sound. It's such a specific guitar sound. Like I think with rock, you can blues it out, you can whammy it out, you can digitalize it, you can do all kinds of different things with rock and pop and things like that. But with surf music, it's traditional surf music. It's like even when it's new, it talk about sounding like 1968 or whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think it kind of sounded like I just got my surfboard off my paddy wagon and that kind of music, but I like it. It's good. I always love surf music because I feel like it's something that's Hawaii 5-0, all that stuff. I just love. It's nice to hear instrumental music that rocks, because I really love, like, I just listened to a Beastie Boys instrumental album that I've never listened to before. And it was nice to hear, like, something that was, it was all instrumental. It was cool. It was like a Shaft sound and all this funky stuff they were doing. And so I enjoy instrumental music when it's not, jazz or classical, when it's something else, and so I think you can still rock without, somebody singing or whatever. So I think it's interesting, but I enjoyed it. I always enjoy this kind of music. Adam, what'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, the same, pretty much the same where, this is a fun song. And I mean, there's something like surf music is just inherently cool. It's, it's just gets you moving. It gets you, and I don't even know where it started. Maybe it was just from Ms. Lou and Pulp Fiction or the Dick Dale stuff from but it just feels timeless too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I definitely have to check out some more of the Surfajets, which I hadn't even heard of them before.
They're pretty cool. Yeah, I think that they've been like going viral on like social media and stuff. I think that's kind of why they're kind of getting buzz now.
It's so weird when a band goes viral now. Yeah. I don't know.
I also think you could take surf music and just add it to any movie scene or any video and make it so much better.
Yeah. That's what I do with my family home videos. I just
you just put surf music.
It's like it's like we actually got along. It was great. You hear that rip? That was great. But yeah, no, Tarantino.
I'm writing that down.
Yeah, write it down. Exactly. This is wow. I got a new hour. This is let's do a new Zoom album. How funny would that be? Do another Zoom album and everything is open? I think that'd be great. Yeah. Let's do it. I'll talk to you. I think that'd be funny.
Let's do it.
I just enjoy not having to leave my room. But yeah, Tarantino definitely opened it up. I mean, there's nothing cooler than the Pulp Fiction opening.
Yeah.
It's like ding, 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 ding. It's like coming down with the graphics. It's just so cool. But yeah, Dick Dale's my dude. That guy's amazing.
Oh yeah, awesome, amazing.
Yeah, get you some Dick Dale on vinyl. That's definitely. I don't have any.
I should get
some.
So
good. They're so good. Yeah, we definitely. Yeah, surf rock. It holds up well on vinyl. Like it feels like it's it's a good
it makes
match.
Sense. Yeah,
good match.
It's the way it was intended.
When Anthony just has a mustache, he gets cocky. I just want to
Let me tell you something about vinyl.
It's just automatic. The attitude just comes out. Can't control it. It's kind of like Jeff in a headband.
I'll shave it. Yeah.
Well, no, I like it. Hold on. Yeah. I like you, cocky. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh, nice sunglasses. You gotta get your sunglasses, Adam. Gotta be the sunglass dorks. Yeah, he's looking for him. He can't find it. He's got Oakleys. I know what's going on.
Oh, I got some Ray-Bans back there, some Wayfarers.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
Gotta keep these on, though.
So yeah, so it was good. That was a good song. It's fun. It's like, and they're how old are they? When did they come out? Do you know?
They're pretty new. It's for, I think they're all women, and they
didn't
look
know
to
that.
be. Oh yeah, I think they look to
be
be.
With that.
Oh yeah, I should have led with that. But they're like probably, I don't know, 20s, early mid-20s maybe.
Oh, that's fun.
I
like it.
Yeah, so that's
20 girls playing surf rock. Come on, man, that's money.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't hurt the shareability of the stuff on social media.
Yeah, that's great.
But the music is good.
No, it's like, yeah, I like it a lot. That's great. All right, Adam, what do you got?
All right, so I'm going to start with this song is off of an album that's not even out yet. This is Weyes Blood. It's Not Just Me, It's Everybody. It's off of her upcoming album, And in the Darkness, Hearts Aglow, which is actually a middle album of a trilogy. I think it was a couple of years ago. She put out one called Titanic Rising, and so this just like the Cult song. This is a very broody, very kind of dark but uplifting song too. I just listened to an interview with Natalie Merring, who's the lead singer of Weyes Blood, and she was saying that she saw this kind of as like a Buddhist anthem after the pandemic. It was and it actually kind of connects to the Damon Albarn album Everyday Robots that we covered last episode, where it's another thing about how we're so connected but we're also so disconnected, we're so lonely, and it's I think she's got such a unique and beautiful voice. It's very much a it's kind of a soft rock, psychedelic, folky kind of song. I guess she has a voice of I'm trying to think of who even to compare it. Maybe somebody from the 70s, like maybe Karen Carpenter, or when I was reading a bit about her, and it said she her background was what was pretty interesting is her background was she was in underground experimental and noise bands before she kind of came up with this sound, this more focused, folky 70s AM style kind of sound. But she Titanic Rising was a pretty interesting album. I think this is going to be a really good one too. And there's a little bit like in this song too, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Beck during Morning Phase, during his his more soft rock soft rock kind of period.
Not my favorite. I liked Sea Change, but I didn't. The Morning Phase album was
I liked Sea Change a lot more. And Sea Change actually just turned 20, I think.
Oh my god, that's right.
Month or so.
Still a great album.
Yeah, one of the greatest breakup albums of all time.
Too good. Yep. It's too sad.
Right.
I used to. It sounds made up, but when I was in my early 20s, I was DJing at bars, which is like I was just sitting at the bar with a laptop playing stuff off of iTunes, but I got paid for it. And this one dude, he requested that I play a song off Sea Change. I think it was Lost Cause. He was like, "Can you play Lost Cause?" So I played it, and then he sat at the bar and he started crying by himself. And that he was just
that's how we met.
It was a Friday night. Yeah, we've been friends ever since.
Appreciate that. That was a hard time for me. That was our favorite song, and she left me on a roadside in Topeka. But that was cool. But yeah, I like it. Definitely heavy. Write that down. Yeah, definitely heavy Karen Carpenter, kind of like a haunting Karen Carpenter, and just an interesting mix of music with that kind of singing, which is always, because usually, it's like that kind of singing is usually a little more simplified with the music, because it's like it's all voice. But this stuff, is kind of a little more elaborate. But I liked it. I thought it was good. That it was definitely on brand with Adam, and his his Alanis Morissette ways. But yeah, I liked it. It was good. Did you like it, Anthony? It seemed like you did.
I did. I liked this. This was probably my favorite of the songs that you guys picked. Of the four that you picked. I was getting the Karen Carpenter vibes. There was some kind of sounded like the instrumental was almost like kind of Magical Mystery Tour kind of synths, maybe. Yeah. The production sounded like that album. So it was cool. I liked it. I would check out more stuff. Why it's Weyes Blood?
I think
I thought it was. I was like, "What's Weyes Blood?" Because it's spelled. I wasn't familiar with that spelling.
It's a take off of a novel.
Oh, I never read
more into it. I kind of glanced over it, but
I liked it. I never heard of that.
And
artist
she also has
group.
a harp in there too, just like Florence and the Machine.
Oh, nice. Does she play harp? Like she's the one playing it?
No, it was I forget the musician who was playing it, but yeah, I mean, it just adds to the kind of atmosphere of the song.
Yeah.
I saw play a harp on the subway once. That was incredible.
Wow. What a pain in the ass that must be.
We were all like, how did you get that down here?
Yeah. Man. That's dedication.
She stayed on that train for like a month. She wasn't moving. Very cool. All right, my turn. Turn. Howard's turn. So this is just a cool dude, man. He's I really like this guy's style. I saw him during the pandemic. I paid for the Willie Nelson July 4th music festival. He does the Outlaw Music Festival every year. They do it live normally, and this was one of the times they did it on stream, and they were streaming it and everything. There are a lot of really cool bands and a lot of interesting kind of new guys. And this is one of my favorite new country guys. This is Charley Crockett, who is actually related to Davy Crockett. And this is his new album, The Man from Waco. And he is such a throwback. Like this whole album is fantastic. It's like if you like old country 60s, 70s, you'll get into this guy. Like it's very kind of, and this, and I didn't pick the single, off this album, which the single is The Man from Waco theme or whatever. That's the single that's out right now. But and it's more traditional country. And but this guy's great, man. He's just like he's got the hat, the tight shirt, and the thing, and he just really has a great vibe. He plays all his music, and he's been paying his dues. Like since 2015, he has like 11 studio albums.
Wow.
So he's been out there. He's got like 29 singles, and like he's just really just been busted and grinded. Done a lot of collaborate work and with other artists and stuff, and he's just really cool. Does a lot of stuff with Willie Nelson and stuff, and but yeah, this is a great album. As I'm listening to this song, this album, this song, I'm Just a Clown came on, and it's funny because it's a groovier sound than most of the stuff on the album. Most of the stuff is traditional kind of country twangy stuff, and so this kind of had some horns and some interesting elements to it. So I really enjoyed his take on kind of a throwback kind of horn-esque country song, which I tend to like when country goes with like an orchestra or or whatever. So anything when you add country, it adds another element to it. It makes it less, because a lot of people don't like just the twang of country. So this is this is a great album. I'm really hot for this guy. I think he's kind of the next kind of Sturgill, next kind of cool country singer. Like there's a lot of he has an outlaw feel to him. He's from Texas. He is from Waco. And so, I really like the song. I think, and I'm a clown, so I'm going to like the clown song, and
every time,
every time I'm a sucker for any clown reference. I the clown. So yeah. So Anthony, what do you think about Mr. Charley Crockett?
I liked it a lot. I thought it was going to be more of like a, I don't know, like that, more of like the Johnny Cash style, I guess, like just acoustic guitar and stuff. And then it was like the horns and almost like a R&B kind of band behind them. I was like, man, it's pretty cool. And then I was watching a video on YouTube, so it's like a black and white performance video. And then he's like all like his arms are all tatted up, and he's got like finger tattoos playing the guitar. Like, oh, this guy's like, he's like almost looks punk rock, but then he's got the cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
And then he's got this soul group.
Punk way, like your boy,
Yeah. He's got a little attitude, a little like the way, the way that you're wearing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like that.
I'm glad you liked it, because I feel like this guy, they're going to hear more about him, because country needs, and they always need somebody. Last time it was Stapleton, then it was Sturgill. Like, you need new Eric Church or whatever. So I think he's the version of kind of the new sound in country, but at the same time, it's very old school. Like and the other songs are very kind of more Johnny Cash driven, acoustic country, honky tonk sound, that kind of stuff. More.
I would check him out too. I would check out his albums.
I think you should. And well, if he plays here, Bakersfield or somewhere in California, we'll go to a show or something.
Nice.
But Adam, what'd you think of Mr. Charley Crockett?
When I was when I was trying to pick songs for this week, I really wanted to pick a country song. I wanted to pick a new country song, and I was looking through all these Apple playlists of today's country, and everything was so pop or felt 90s pop or felt auto-tuned. This was exactly what I was kind of looking for, Charley Crockett. I thought I really enjoyed this. It had that crossover appeal of it had enough traditional country and that crossover appeal, like kind of like Sturgill, like you said, or like Orville Peck.
Nice.
And it reminded me, and it reminded me too of with the orchestra and everything. It reminded me a bit of St. Paul and the Broken Bones, or
there you go,
or even Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweat. So I really like this. I'm definitely going to check out the rest of the album.
Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, awesome! It's always nice when your friends like your music.
Yep. It's just amazing that that's I don't know. I mean, country's so it's probably next to rap, probably the biggest music genre in the country, and I feel like so much of it is just so tied into pop or just so poppy, or it's gone away from that kind of traditional country.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's like Sirius XM, Outlaw Country and stuff. They're playing this. There's good. You have to seek it out, but it's out there. But it's probably the only place. I mean, there's some good college stations and stuff. You might find some good country music that do, like, Merle and Johnny and all that stuff. But yeah, the new stuff definitely, it tends to lean towards that pop kind of sound. It's it's the same old shit. It's like it's like it's every, and especially, it's so funny about country music. This is another bit, Anthony. So I feel like so I mean, every country song is about drinking whiskey and being in a bar, and I'm I'm a recovering alcoholic, so it's like, God forbid, it's like, can you have a song where you're just drinking a seltzer and like the wife didn't leave you and the dog's still with you, you just having a positive kind of, moderate, but it's always just like, I got drunk and catfish dinner, it's like the same shit. And you're just like, oh my God. So I get it. You have a truck. I get it.
Right.
Why can't you just have a Prius? You're saving the environment. There's our next single, Anthony.
Yes.
But anyway, I just, but I really like this guy. He's a lot of fun, and he's a really fun performer as well. He does the Johnny Cash thing with the guitar, which I love. And but yeah, he's really cool. So check him out. His videos are pretty cool. So I definitely, he has a very cool look and sweet, there's a whole aesthetics to him. It's great. But and this album looks like an old 60s album, like it has that look. Like they all look like this. All the 60s albums look like this. So he's really going for that vintage thing. So that's what I love,
That could be John Denver. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
On that album.
It's not John Denver. John Denver has his dumb face like this close with his glasses. Like
James Taylor?
I like John Denver, but I wouldn't call him cool, even though he did. Actually, I would, because he stood up to the fucking the Tipper Gore shit.
Oh,
like, he
yeah.
was the only one. It was like D. Snyder and all that. Like, he came in strong.
Frank
and they
Zappa.
were like, you were like, nobody expected John Denver to walk through those doors.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So he is cool. Yeah. But and he died in a glider. How weird is that? Remember that?
Yeah, that was a little weird.
That's the thing. When you have money, there's nobody telling you things are bad ideas, you know?
You need that guy.
You need that guy.
Don't do that. I don't recommend
you need a mom.
it.
You need a mom. You need somebody going, hey, no, you'll shoot your eye out. Like, you need that. Otherwise, you fucking get high and get in a glider, and then nobody sees you again. So, anyway. All right. So, who's next? Nice and loose today. I like it.
Yeah.
Anthony, I think your song.
Oh, yeah. I picked another viral musician of recent times. Steel Beans is the group, the band name. The song is called Molotov Cocktail Lounge. This is a video that 5 different people sent me at the same time when this guy went viral doing his one-man band.
Oh, this is the guy?
This is the guy.
Oh,
he does this. Yeah.
Oh, the guy with the drums and the guitar.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was his song.
And this is the song. So this is like the studio recording of the song that he's playing in the video that went viral. Where what's really cool about this particular one-man band musician is that he's playing guitar and playing a full drum kit at the same time. So he's strumming with the drumstick in his hand and hitting the drums while he's strumming, which is the hardest part, I think, of doing it that way.
Yeah, try to get that video, Adam, when we do this in post. It's pretty amazing. Like, do you know what he's talking about? Have you seen him play?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh man, you got to see it. I mean, it's a much more visually interesting version of what I'm trying to do. Because he's got the full drum kit. I've never seen anybody play guitar and a full drum, like with the sticks in his hand, and it's nuts. And the song, this particular song, sounds like a Queens of the Stone Age song to me.
Yeah.
But just watching this guy, it's great. I don't know.
What's his full name again?
Steel Beans is the
Steel Beans. That's his government name. His Christian name.
Well, I think it used to be a band. I think that there was like, and that recording might be a band. I don't know, but he was just kind of doing this one man band thing. Yeah.
Well, I need to know that. That's a huge leap if it's the band and not just him. Because if that's just him, that's amazing. If that's a band, I'm less impressed. I hope it's just him.
Did you see the video though?
I saw the video that you sent me.
Yeah. So this is just let me see.
I'm hoping he's the only one involved in this single, because when I heard it, I didn't know it was this guy, and I was like, "This is like a badass band." And because we talked about that, where it's like if you were just listening to this guy, you would think it was a full band of like 4 guys, and so I want to know that it's just that. I mean, I doubt he like.
I'm looking on Bandcamp to see.
Yeah, but this is the fact that it's a one-man band guy. I'm really hoping that he did this single without other dudes, because I love the idea too. If he was a full band and then like 3 guys left, and he's like, "Fuck you guys, I'll do it by myself."
Well, he just.
I mean, 21 Pilots is pretty cool. They did that, and this guy's one guy, so I think that's even more cool.
He just did a tour right after. I don't know if the timing worked out so perfectly for him, but his video went viral like a day before he went on tour. So he just did a couple of weeks touring, I think, West Coast tour. But he's doing the himself. I was watching some YouTube videos from some of the shows from the last 2 weeks, and it's just him doing the show the way
he's
him. Yeah.
He didn't record this song with other dudes. There's no
way.
he
used to. He has a bunch of. He's been putting out albums since like 2009. So at some point there were other people playing, but I don't. This song, I don't think.
I would think that this song is just him. That's what I'm gonna think.
Yeah.
It takes away the mystique if he's you know, he gets viral off a one-man band, and when he records a song, it's like
everybody
studio musicians. It's like
I like that the tour was just him though. I was watching some clips. Yeah. It's pretty cool. He's just. I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, we're gonna do a follow-up to this.
Yeah, we'll follow. We'll let you know. We'll get him on the show probably.
But anyway, I thought it was good. We probably could. I thought it was good. I thought it was great. Actually, I really liked the sound. I had no idea it was the same guy that was doing the TikTok videos. So I just thought it was some groovy sound, some dude that was just a band that was just making good music. So yeah, I thought it was modern and fresh, but at the same time, it was kind of like Stone Age, whatever. It just had a little bit of everything in it. Mm-hmm. It's good. What did you think, Adam?
Yeah, I got at first I heard a little bit of kind of Stone Temple Pilots at the beginning, and then as it went along, it sounded to me a lot like a lot of the music that I really enjoyed in the early 2000s. A lot of the garage rock kind of revival music. It had a very Jack White kind of feel to it, so I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely White Stripes. Yeah, definitely feel that as well. That was great. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. So, Adam, you have the last song?
Yeah. So this is actually keeping up with Damon Albarn from last episode. This is the new Gorillaz song, "New Gold," which is on their upcoming album called Cracker Island. Which I think one of my favorite Gorillaz albums is Plastic Beach. And though they've had a bunch of albums between Plastic Beach and this new one, this one actually has the same kind of feel that it's probably going to be pretty similar, maybe a sequel to Plastic Beach. But so this one's got it's got Tame Impala, it's got Kevin Parker singing on it, and it's got Booty Brown from Far Side rapping on it. And it's I feel like it's a fun song. It's got a bunch of different styles kind of mashed up into it. Just like most Gorillaz songs, and it does have so Booty Brown was on the song "Dirty Harry," one of the bigger Gorillaz songs from Demon Days, and it's got a kind of similar feel to it, and then Damon Albarn kind of pops up in the a little bit later in the song, but yeah, this is. This is actually getting me really excited to check out the new Gorillaz album. I think it comes out probably next month or so. But yeah, so far I've been liking it.
Yeah, I thought it was great. It's amazing that that they could still sound fresh and still kind of like take it further, because you think like at a certain point, this kind of music, which is overproduced and technified and all this crazy shit they do to it. Eventually you think it has a cap. Like, all right, this, like we're done with this sound and let's move on to something else. And then they reinvent it a little bit. And I think it's like, really good. I was grooving all the way to it. Anthony, what'd you think?
I thought it was all right. It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite song. I don't know what it is about Gorillaz. I have a hard time getting into Gorillaz. But it was fine. I had no problem with it.
Do you ever been to a rave or or something? Maybe
I don't know. I don't.
You need more Molly, I think.
All right, I'll listen again. I'll do some drugs, and I'll tell you next week what I think about it. I thought it was fine. It was serviceable.
Yeah, it's not something that I listen to, but it's like But when I hear it, I enjoy it. It's just like, that's the thing. A lot of times Adam's music I'd never heard of, or your music or whatever. And then I listen to it and I decide, is it connecting to me? Is it something I like? Sure. And also it depends, am I driving? Am I working out? Am I walking? It really has a lot to do with my environment. I was driving when I heard this. So yeah, it fits perfectly when you're driving Los Angeles and you it's like you're in a spaceship and there's things coming at you and then it works perfect. But if I'm just sitting there trying to relax, probably
oh yeah. I was listening to it on my couch. If that makes a difference, I was not driving.
So now you know. Adam does a lot of groovy dance stuff. You gotta like walk around and listen to it. Gotta move, baby. All right, so we're almost out of time. Let's do. Do you know where we are, Adam, with the top 100 albums?
Yeah,
let's do 2, and then we'll fade out.
Yeah, we the last one we did was the Police Synchronicity at number 79. So at 78, we got Billy Joel, The Stranger.
Billy Joel, I love it.
Yeah,
yeah, that's a great album. I mean, you hate Billy Joel?
I don't love Billy Joel, but if I was gonna put on Billy Joel, I would put it on something from The Stranger, probably.
Okay.
If I had to listen to Billy Joel, that's where I would go. When he sounded like Paul McCartney.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he sounds like Paul McCartney. I think he's got his own thing going.
Well, The Stranger, there's some Paul McCartney-esque kind of stuff.
I mean, okay, I see what you're saying, but I still think he created his own thing. I mean, it's just him and a piano, man. I don't think he's trying to do the Beatles, but I think everybody's inspired by the Beatles for sure, especially any music after the 70s. But yeah, I think it's cool. I love Billy Joel. I'll listen to it about as much as I listen to Elton John. It's like it's very similar to me.
Yeah.
It's like it's
I prefer
good.
Elton John. I don't know.
Personally. I do too. But I think people take Billy Joel pretty serious. It kind of has like a Springsteen cult vibe.
I know. Maybe that's what I don't like. It's too similar.
He's still playing that residency at MSG too, where he's been doing it for like 5 or 6 years, once a month.
Ah.
Yeah, a drunk guy playing piano. Can't go wrong with that. He's not staying. He'll be taking more Ubers, not driving. But didn't he get was that Bruce? Who got into? Somebody had some DUI stuff. I think it was. Both of them, I think.
It was Springsteen. I think.
Yeah, Springsteen got one on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
It was both.
Yeah, I think he was to the cop. He was like, "You know who I am?" And the cop was like 27. He's like, "Nope." Okay. What's
not a clue.
The next one is number 77, Jay-Z, The Black Album.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great album.
Yeah.
You've never heard it. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know that. It's one of those, it's like, it was so good. If somebody's like, nah, I didn't like it, they're just wrong. This is good.
Well, you can not like it. I mean, that's Rick Rubin. It's 99 Problems are on that, right? That's 99 Problems. Yeah. I mean, that's the greatest hip hop song of all time. I mean, I don't think you get better than that song. That song's amazing. The hook on that is like phenomenal. It's Rick, so he's like, it has a little brassy beastie.
You're crazy for this one, Rick.
Yeah, it's all fantastic.
It was so good. He had to say his name in the song. He had to give him a shout out. That's how good it was.
That was the album that Danger Mouse mashed up. The Black Album with the Beatles' White Album.
The Gray Album,
Gray Album. Yep.
That's great. Yeah, I think that works. Very cool. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening and watching us on YouTube. Please subscribe. We can use more subscribers. And check us out on all the platforms. We appreciate you here live on ComedyHub. Every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time and 4 o'clock Pacific. Play us out there, Groovy Doobie.
All right. I just want... that's it. Just a little riff. That's what
Yeah, just do a riff. I love it.
It says Steel Bean song. I could do it too, buddy.
Yes, you can. All right, great show, guys. Woo!